if you're into crypto and investing, I'm pretty sure that you've been aware as far as what the amount of declarations against the United States dollar is coming from different countries in the world. And I think it's not going to end anytime soon. And we have a country that is kind of leading the way in the efforts to unite more nations, right, against the US dollar, the world reserve currency right now. But what is happening, everybody? Is this a good case for us to continue buying cryptocurrencies? Should we a little bit worry about the United States dollar? Well, I think it's time to finally discuss a little bit more, because here's the main question. Is this the end of the United States dollar? And to go to the facts, chances are probably not in a short-term period, but with this administration that we have right now, especially the Biden administration, that it's categorized for spending a lot of trillions of dollars in some other different efforts, the Federal Reserve, that it's just bailing out different institutions, and inflation trying to be tamed but still high, there's a chance that United States citizens and different countries around the globe are already getting tired of this. And China is taking the opportunity to influence its dominance in other different countries. And right now, we're seeing that the United States dollar has lost 98% of its purchasing power since 1971. And Brazil is calling, the president of Brazil is calling, don't use more United States dollar, and end to the United States dollar influence trade dominance. So what does that mean, everybody? Well, let's go ahead and keep a talk. If you like this, go ahead and smash the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel. Welcome aboard. A dollar's worth purchasing power in the United States. Well, obviously, we've seen this chart plenty, right? If you're into crypto and investing, and we know this is the way it's heading, chances are it's losing. And that's why you and I, in our generation, whether you are Gen X, Gen Z, or whoever in between, you want to have your wealth somewhere so it can continue growing. That's one of the main value propositions of Bitcoin, right? Period. Now, here it is. Is there any stop to this? Well, guys, there's a lot of people that start by saying, well, I think it started with the pandemic, right? Because all the trillions printed, obviously that caused something. Some other people say it started with the war in Russia, because all the money sent to Russia, and plus Russia finally saying, you know what, we need to do something apart from the dollar. Let's go ahead and talk to our allies, in this case, Iran, China, Brazil maybe, and other different countries that doesn't necessarily have a great relationship with the United States, and that's, I think, North Korea and so on. That's kind of what's happening. They're putting up a new a new currency from this organization: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, BRICS. So pivoting from the United States dollar is happening right now. We're seeing the president of Brazil and the dollar's trade dominance. And right now, his name is Lula. That's by exactly what he goes to. And according to the latest post on his official Twitter account, it seems that he is right now in China with an official visit with President Xi Jinping. It makes sense, guys. I mean, they're having trade talks, they're having conversations. Seems that China is saying, you know what, do this, follow this pattern, and you're going to have great compensation from BRICS, from China, from their allies, and stop the dependence from the United States dollar. Little by little. And I'm sure that you've been seeing all those reports when other countries in Africa, right, are saying, we are going to get out of the United States dollar. We're going to stop the US dollar, throw them away, don't use them. So yes, it's a little bit concerning that some partners and nations are doing that. Still, the US dollar is really strong, and there's a lot of European nations that are on board, and North America as well, Canada, Mexico. But we're heading into a territory where this makes sense. Because ideally, now that we know decentralization, blockchain, and crypto, Bitcoin is precisely why everybody goes to this asset, right? Because it's decentralized. There's no government that controls it. There's just a bunch of decentralized computers all spread out in the world and are actively engaging and nurturing the network. That's it. And it is impossible to really hack 51% of Bitcoin or so, because where do you even start? It is technically very well protected. So in this case, guys, even though the prices go lower, it still trends higher. Completely the opposite to the United States dollar, that it's not going any higher right now. And these are all the decisions that we have seen from previous governments and administrations. So in my opinion, humble opinion, I think changing the administration that it is right now, maybe having a little bit more hawkish position on different nations as far as the strength of America, spending a lot of money in the military has to come out and help with something. But yeah, right now, a lot of us are really turning our eyes into crypto. And guess what? The governments are also doing so by adding their CBDCs. That's why we see Europe, we see United States bringing Fed now and bringing the European option. So it's gonna get feisty, and this is probably the beginning of what's gonna turn out to be the digital dollar in the future, the digital euro in the future, now the digital yuan that it's now working in China. It should be interesting. But guys, this is what's going on. The end of the United States dollar. Look, if it's not the end, well, the price is already gone, right? I mean, come on. You started by buying 19 bottles of beer at some point, all the way to one McDonald's coffee. Yep. You don't have to go that further. Ask your grandparents, right? And they know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you very much for watching, guys. China influence in the world is big, but I hope the United States dollar can do something that I think probably we haven't seen in a long time. That's why we do Bitcoin. Peace.